So an engineered SPC we're talking about. So what's the difference between a regular SPC product and what makes this product so unique?
Right.
Okay, so because we were talking about how brittle regular SPCs can be, to eliminate that issue, what we did is we put a high density LVT core, and it's pretty thin. I mean, you would have to basically cut it to be able to see it. So it's pretty thin. So what we did is we put one on top, and then we put a balance board of the same thickness on the back. And now the way the way it was manufactured, it now goes from the tip of the locking system all the way to the tip of the locking system on the other side of the plank. Same thing on the top. It goes from the top edge of the locking system right here to all the way the other side. So it goes all the way to this edge right here.
Okay.
So it's embedded in there, it's fused in there. So now, if you notice, this product tends to be a little more flexible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That flexibility allows for the product to actually be a lot easier to install.
Right.
And the only way we can achieve that is with that high density LVT, because that allows it for it to flex. Okay.
And it's also more forgiving in case you
It is.
have
I'm going to show you guys something that we did, and you guys are going to be.
I
pretty
saw
impressed.
the
You
video.
saw it?
Oh,
Yeah.
that is incredible.
So
That's the
anyway,
reason that I'm here.
So let's get to the locking the installation system. Again, this is the 5G with the clip. We showed you that little
Perfect.
plastic
Yeah,
clip on
yes.
there. Okay. So the installation procedure doesn't change. You want to start right to left. Yes, you can work left to right. There's going to be situations where you work left to right. Oh, another thing I want to point out. When you go to do the installation, so here's your groove, okay, which is the longer side of the locking system, and the shorter would be your tongue, right?
Correct.
So I always like to use the tongue towards the wall. So if let's say your wall's here and you're starting the room that way, put the tongue towards the wall, and then your groove towards the outside. It's easier to install. Now, can you work? So now we're working from here that way. Yes, you can work from here this way, but
Okay.
it's a little easier for some reason where the plank actually falls onto the groove versus underneath the tongue.
Okay.
Even though you can do it, I'm gonna show you in a minute. I'm gonna do one plank. It's the same thing. It's just a little easier the other way. So go into your installation. Now this is a 9-inch product, so you want to go about 9 inches.
Correct.
Okay.
For the
You want to
stagger.
go about 9
Correct.
inches. All right. On this one, well, wait a minute. Yeah.
And 7 on the other one, depending on the width of the plank, that's going to be the position. Correct, Randy?
Yeah, correct. Now, on this one, all right, here's it. Yeah, I just noticed this, so excuse me on this one.
No problem.
On this one, I noticed that the tongue's actually on the right-hand side, not on the left.
Okay.
Okay? So that basically means that on this one, you have to start left to right, not right to left.
Okay.
See, we learned something.
Absolutely.
So let's just go the other way. So our stagger's right here.
Yes.
Okay. We go to the next one. Micro press bevel edge, which is beautiful. Again, make sure that the full plank's fully engaged. On this product, it's a little more forgiving. It doesn't matter, but either way, what's going to happen if you end up with a little gap here? By the time you end up 10 feet away, your floor is going to be off square. So again, make sure that you click it in or engage it fully.
This is, to me, this is the floor.
All right. Now this is a true drop-in lock.
Excuse me, Chris. Thank you.
Gauge it. On this one, I don't need a tapping plank. I don't need a guide.
Finger press.
It's finger press. Make sure you get it completely tight.
Unbelievable, guys.
That's it.
This is pure magic.
That's fully in.
This is pure magic.
All right. I still have the scar to show it, but the last time we did our demonstration, I had a big dude on the other side pull the plank, and I held this one, and we started pulling. It literally took us, like it did, because obviously it's only 2 planks.
Correct.
And understand that once you got it on the floor, you have it held in by this plank and then this plank.
Correct.
But him and I were pulling this way, and man, we had a tough time taking it apart
Oh, beautiful.
until we kind of turned it and then disengaged.
Beautiful.
Right?
Absolutely
So
beautiful.
that's how easy this product is to install. I mean, it's a beauty. So go again on the wrong side, all the way over. Make sure it's fully in. Make sure the back's fully in. Okay, now here's the reason why that one's up. There we go. It's not all the way in. Now it is. This one's a little tighter, but it's hot. Oh, hold on a minute. Oh, I see where the problem is. All right. There we go.
Beautiful.
That was it.
Beautiful,
A lot of times what happens is that little clip tends
Correct.
to kind of come out a little bit. So if it doesn't engage right
You
away,
just-
take it out and push that little clip in.
I'm glad that this happened
I'm
because
glad to.
this will happen.
It can't happen.
It can happen.
It can happen. So
Now they
and-
can see how easy it is to fix it right there.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
The little black clip, as you saw, it was kind of
Yep.
sticking out a little bit. All you do is just push it back in, and then it'll engage it. Because what happens is inside that locking system where it sits, there's a little groove like this.
Correct.
So that the back part of the locking system has like a little leg.
Correct.
Okay, so a lot of times what happens, it jumps off.
Why, and there's a reason why this. And
Why they do it that way?
no, what is the reason? And that in this case it came out. Do you know?
Just during manufacturing, it could happen. Remember, they're doing so many planes at the same time. Probably when they were putting that locking in, it did. So it's like a little. Imagine like a little V like this.
Correct.
So then the locking system falls right in there. So it could have been that it didn't push it all the way. So all we got to do is just help it. And that
This
was
is
it.
perfect. I'm glad that it happened
It's
because
not,
this
it's
shipping.
not a defective plank. It's just it wasn't completely engaged for manufacturing.
Perfect.
But it's no big deal. And that's basically it. On this product right here, to disengage, we're not gonna be able to use the tap down, which I'm gonna try it. I've never tried it. It won't do it because of the clip.
Correct.
You have to slide them out.
That's
That's
no, perfect.
That's it.
Perfect.
And the beauty of doing it that way, you didn't hurt the ends. On this product, if you did it on that one, you might have a little more of an issue. That's why that tapping that we did, that slapping
Correct.
down on the regular SPC would be more optional.
Now, one thing, Randy, and this is mostly for the sales staff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not for the installer, for the sales staff. T-moldings, joining what floor to what floor?
Okay, all your moldings are, if you're going flush, so it can actually be a little higher than your
Like ceramic
than your floor.
to-
ceramic tile to your vinyl floor, you go with a T-mold.
Okay.
If you have over a quarter of an inch, so your floor's here,
Yes.
and then you have another floor that's gonna butt up to your vinyl floor, quarter of an inch. Anything over a quarter of an inch, you use a reducer.
Reducer,
A
correct.
reducer. And then an end cap. Okay, end caps you would use up against sliders. If you have a metal track,
Correct.
you know,
Like on the balcony door type
exactly.
of.
A balcony door, that's where you use an end cap.
And just the stern nose, everybody knows that.
Everybody knows the
Yeah.
stair nose. Now, pause it. I want to bring the stair nose. Hey, bro, I want to bring a stair nose. I'm glad you brought it.
Perfect.